everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today we have such a fun reaction planned. I'm so freaking excited. It's Creepy Nuts Bling Bang Bang Born. It is a release that I know it came out back in like January or February. I've seen it and I didn't get to react it back then because I was super bored under work. But when I saw that it came out on the first take, I was sold. I was immediately so freaking excited because it's such a fun piece of music and the performers are absolutely excellent. I cannot wait to hear this live. It's going to be so much fun. So let's get into it. This is going to be so much fun. You have no idea. If you don't know who Creepy Nuts is, or you don't know what to expect, you're in for a treat. Listen, conversational style is something that singers use worldwide in a variety of genres. So it is basically bringing normal speech, enunciation and phrasing into singing. It's an adapting basically. But J-pop and J-rock and just like a whole Japanese sphere is bringing this to another level. And it's so much fun. They're not just portraying like sadness, melancholy, heartbreak, but it's fun. They can really imitate like voice acting so beautifully, and it's giving them such a wide arsenal of tools that they can do with their voice. For example, here he's fair forward right there. He's utilizing that placement, and he's going to utilize many more. Like, you're just going to see what this guy can do with his voice. It's so much fun. Is this more throttle? Throwing down here, basically pressing the larynx down. The fast take. That beginning was more of his very natural relaxed voice, so he was modulating the least there. It was still a little bit of a fry, but you could tell that his voice is sitting comfortably there. This is a little bit more airy. A tiny bit more air. A little heavier fry. And he is very low-key working with his vocal break. There's a lot of flips around the vocal break. But vocal break is something that, you know, especially J-pop is super comfortable around. There's a little bit more go to right here. It's sitting a little bit lower in the throat. I have to compliment his rolled R. Like, I come from the language where we do roll R very nicely, but his rolled R is so good. He has a very good breath management, so he redistributes it very wisely, but also he can support quite long phrases without actually starting to like suffocate. So very good breath management and a good capacity, because some of those phrases are insanely long and he is not fluctuating too much in them, so he's keeping them really nice and supported and with a very clean tone, and plus on top of it a tons of modulation.
全国各地をラス一品このベロがブリンブリンバレットなら満タン関西なまり生身のこと
We have another modulation. Those modulations are so freaking cool. You can stylize them in so many different ways. And he's basically traveling with his sound constantly. He can be super in front, up to down, like into that, like, right into that sweet potato. So much fun. That was a little pouty. He's like basically voice acting for 4 different characters, which I love because it sounds like a conversation. You feel like there are 4 little characters standing in the room having a conversation between themselves. And that is a brilliant performance because he's like controlling a whole narrative, but like controlling a whole debate between like 4 different characters and personalities. That's so much brilliance in this. I absolutely love it. Also, the tempo and the beat that he's keeping is so tight. He is so freaking precise with that. And that's why it's so comfortable to listen to because it's just so insanely precise. Wow. That was a little bit more airy, that section. This is like a combo of a little bit of a more nasal placement, but it's still falling down. Oh, the best, oh, the best, and vocal break, he's absolutely not afraid of it. He's not cutting through it too harshly that you would hear it almost like a yodel, but he's definitely working with it quite a lot. You can hear that flip right there with a vocal break. He knows exactly how his voice sounds when he's modulating it. Therefore, he can create this really wide color scheme for his voice and literally different characters and different vibes. He can go into into more pouty sphere, a little bit lighter pouty. When he was singing, he was trying to go a little bit lighter to create a contrast, like so it was much more airy and much more playful and lightweight. And then when he wanted to be a little bit more edgy, he was leaning more into his natural voice with a tiny bit of a fry. And his diction was so precise and so clean. His consonants were very strong. Like, again, when someone wants to sing J-pop or J-rock, I always recommend, like, make sure your consonants are sharp. You have to lean on them. So they have to be really sharp and edgy, and the vowels need to be stable and open. Beautiful. This was so much fun. Well done. I am so like flabbergasted that he could translate all of that into live performance. It's just showing how brilliant of a performer he is. And I really love that I can showcase stuff like this on my channel as well, because it's not only diva singing that you can do with your voice or like hyper belting and stuff. There's so much fun stuff that you can do with your voice within rap, within performances like these, where you can just modulate, have fun, imitate, bring different characters to life and adapt a lot of voice acting into singing. And it's just, oh my God, it's a performance that really draws you in and keeps you on your tippy toes. So thank you so much for recommending this one as well. And thank you. And if you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to subscribe right here. Here is the video that YouTube actually recommends for you. And here is a rest of my The First Take reactions. Please stay safe and healthy. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.